Hi, I'm Jake from the Iron Neck, and we're going through our arms and shoulders workout today. The first drill we have is going to be a half kneeling overhead press from a low anchor point. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to grab both of these handles. I'm going to take just one knee down. Keep this rib cage down. Right, shoulders are long on top to start. I'm going to start with my hands about shoulder level. So from here, I'm going to reach up as high as I can, really long underneath and short on top. So that means shrugging the shoulders, full extension at the shoulder joint. And then I'm going to bring those down first as if I was doing a pull-up, right? Big step in the shoulder blades first, arms finish. So I'm going to push up, shrug up, come down, and compress there. So we'll go through 3 rounds of all of these for 10 reps apiece. For full extension there. Really long underneath, short on top. Pushing up, pulling down. We'll go 3 more. Extending, making sure the rib cage stays down. My hips are involved only as a stability portion down here. All right, last one. Back down. The next exercise is an upright row from a low anchor point. So I'm going to back slowly away with this cross in the bands. And from here, I'm going to lead the way up with the elbows. And as the hands approach the shoulder height, I'm going to shrug up really high. So shoulders in the ears. Stretch on the bottom and then squeeze on the top. Still don't want my rib cage to flare and move around too much. I want to do all that work at the shoulder blade, the arms. Big stretch on the bottom. Drive the elbows up as high as they'll go, keeping the knuckles down. So we'll do 4 more. Last 2. Big squeeze and a hold. We'll come back to it. The next exercise we have is a chest fly, and we're going from a medium anchor point with our 10-pound band. I'm going to step out with my hands behind me so I feel a bit of tension there, knowing it's only going to increase as I bring my hands forward. So the thumbs up, I'm going to bring these hands all the way in here until they meet right in the center of me. I'm going to compress the shoulder blades. I'm going to open the chest up as wide as it'll go in there. And I'm going to condense. I'm going to round the shoulder blades a bit. Not the back, just the shoulder blades. I'm going to leave the center. Pulling the hands together. Meeting in the middle. So again, looking for 10 reps. About halfway there. Big squeeze. Hips are forward. Rib cage is down. My rib cage is down, and make sure that the work goes through my chest and shoulders and not through the middle of my back. We'll go 2 more times. Last one in here, big squeeze. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to walk slowly away, let the tension come off the bands. The next exercise we have is a T curl. So I'm going to leave the hands quite low, and I'm going to pull the hands up. So from this wide position, sort of where we started with the chest fly, now I'm only condensing or bending at the elbow into here. Right, so I want to be up with my chest, and I want to bring my hands up to me, up to that shoulder height. So this should get a full stretch of the bicep, right, with my hands all the way back behind me, my arms totally extended, and I've got to work solely through the bicep to bring the hands up and around. If the band starts to rub and becomes a bit uncomfortable, I can raise these hands up higher. And that'll keep the band from rubbing on my shoulder. If I want to challenge myself, other than stepping out, I'll put the hands much lower and I'll work really hard to bring them up. Almost a scoop. We'll go 1 more of those. And then we'll walk slowly back, let the tension come off. The next exercise is going to be a lateral raise. So from a low anchor point, I'm going to step out with the anchor point on my right. The band is going to be in my left hand. I'm going to make sure my hips are forward, my rib cage is down. I'm going to be really tall from the back of the neck. And I'm going to raise this hand up, and come back to the center line here. So what I'd like to do is have this hand sort of travel across to the opposite pocket to really stretch that stuff on the outside of the shoulder. I want to raise the hand higher than the shoulder to ask some questions of my trap and scapular stability there. So as high up as I can go, and back down. Let it travel across. So working the posterior, medial, and anterior part of the deltoid. Right, that's the front part of this shoulder here. The trap, and even the lat at the very end there as my shoulder blade comes up and away from my spine to let my arm come above the shoulder height. So we'll go 3 more on this side. Right across the front of the body. Right, if you're getting a bit of rub here and you don't like it, right, we'll just step back slightly, make a little bit of space between me and the center line of the band, and now we won't get any rub on the front. Stretch, last one, and a big squeeze. Right, and then we'll switch sides. So again, shrugging, bringing the hand up, and then big stretch, up higher than the shoulder blade. And really looking to squeeze the trap as this deltoid sort of finishes its job. Once it hits shoulder height, the deltoid's sort of done working, so I want to shrug and bring that up. And again, if I'm getting some rub from the band, I'm going to scoot back slightly. Up into there. So we'll go 4 more. Big shrug. Rib cage stays down. All the work is in the shoulder and the shoulder blade. The last one. Yep. Next exercise is going to be a bicep curl from a medium anchor point. We're using our 25-pound band here. I'm going to start with a supinated grip, so palms are up to the ceiling. I'm going to back away from the anchor point, knowing that whatever I feel here is only going to be a portion of what I get when I finish. Shoulders are going to start down and back, rib cage is tucked under. I'm going to bring these hands up to about eye level and then return. So big flex. Elbows stay put. I don't want them to sort of drop down, and I don't want to get into this position. I want to stay up nice and tall and isolate the bicep by keeping the elbows up high. There's 5. We'll go 5 more. About eye height. 3 left. Big squeeze. Under control on the way back. One more time. Big squeeze and hold. Right, and then I'm going to walk slowly back. Let the tension come off the bands. So that's our arms and shoulder workout. Right, we're looking at activation through all 3 sides of the deltoid. Arms and biceps, shoulders, top and bottom, mid and top trap, and then things through the middle of the back there to help, get a bit of a pump, but also help fill in the gaps in your workouts during the week.